Carolina is one of the lowest paying states in this country for new teachers. Starting salary of about $37,000 a year makes it tough for school systems to hire and keep those teachers.
New Hanover County commissioners kicked in money to help boost teacher pay, and it seems to be working. The North Carolina Department of Public Instruction released numbers from the last school year showing just how many teachers are quitting their jobs or retiring. WECT's Michael Pratt spoke with folks here in New Hanover County to see how we compare.
The need for teachers in southeastern North Carolina continues to climb as more families call the area home. But in New Hanover County and surrounding counties, there's a higher than average attrition rate of teachers.
In North Carolina, there's about a 7.5% attrition rate for teachers, and during the fall, more than 5,000 teaching vacancies. That's according to data from the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction from March of 2021 to March of 2022. The reasons for resignations can vary from retirements to teachers seeking different careers. Dr. Christopher Barnes, the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources with New Hanover County Schools, says efforts to retain and recruit the best teachers are still top of mind.
So thanks to the great work that's been done between our school board, between the county commissioners, we offer a very competitive stipend and salary to accelerate what the state gives for a teacher salary.
Still, New Hanover County saw 171 teachers leave the district last year alone. These challenges aren't just here in New Hanover County.
Districts all across the state and nation are hard to fill their staffing vacancies.
And neighboring Brunswick, Bladen, Columbus, and Pender counties had a higher percentage of their teachers leaving. Interestingly enough, beginner teachers or teachers with less than 5 years of experience were more likely to quit their jobs. In New Hanover County, though, that trend isn't as common.
But we were able to retain over 85% of our beginning teachers from this past year to this year. Over 85% of them returned to the same job after the summer break.
Retaining teachers is one of the priorities of the New Hanover County Board of Education, with things like pay raises and increasing benefits. However, if those positions remain open, it could mean more students in each classroom, and that could create problems on its own. In Wilmington, Michael Pratt, WECT News.